everybody, my name is Llanos and I'm gonna talk about my project, which is called Supporting Letter Learning Through Engaging Tech Tools. So we're gonna start right now. So I'm gonna talk about my group. My group consists of 12 students in pre-first grade working at a private school in Coyoacán, Mexico City called Paideia. The students are 6 years old and have been learning English since the first grade of preschool. They have access to technology at home. Most of them live with both parents and are the only children. In the classroom, we have a TV, the teacher's computer, and a speaker. These are our technological devices available. For my lesson plan in this project, my goal was to help pre-first students to learn to recognize, say, and write the letters A to F, following the phonics sequence from Units 1 and Units 2. However, due to the time, we could only apply 3 lessons focusing on the first 3 letters of the alphabet. To achieve this, I designed a series of interactive and engaging activities that combine traditional literacy practices with 2 digital tools, Starfall and Super Simple Songs. Through the lessons, students identify and name the target letters, practice tracing and writing them, and connect each letter to familiar objects. They watch Super Simple Songs video to reinforce letter sounds through music, and use Starfall during class and homework to explore phonics through interactive games. Students also created a small evidence folder with their worksheets and letter practice to track their progress. To evaluate both the learning and their experience with technology, I asked them simple questions about which website they prefer, how comfortable they felt using the tools, and which activities helped them the most. This combination of recognition, tracing, and repetition and digital engagement allows students to strengthen their early literacy skills while I gather valuable information about the effectiveness and appeal of the 2 technological resources. For the tech evaluation, due to the limited time available for assessment, the most effective way to gather information was through the students' own responses, asking them about their experience using the technological tools. Here is a physical display of the most common and repeated answers, as well as the most notable ones regarding the use of these tools, presented as evidence. Some of them were registered in their homework notebook, and some of them were said in class. For the first question, which was who did their homework, 2 students did not complete the homework for personal reasons. For the question, did they like the homework and why? The most common answers were, yes, I like the homework because of the fun story Zack the Rat. It was funny because Zack the Rat was on it. When I read the story and I clicked on it, many funny things appeared. For the next question, what was your favorite part? The normal and most repeated answer was the story of Zack the Rat. For the next question, what did I learn? They wrote the answers on their homework and notebooks with the help from their parents as follows: to read letters ABC, to read a story, or to practice the letters. And finally, for the last question, would I use it again? 2 students responded no, because their parents did not like the platform, even though they themselves liked it. Even one student asked me not to give her more homework because her mom was not happy with it. However, the rest of the group was really happy with it. Another tool used to assess the project was the students' consistency in completing the homework. Not all students were able to do so for various and personal reasons, which highlights how, due to their young age, they are still heavily dependent on their parents to access and use technological devices at home. For the findings, we completed 3 lessons, each lasting approximately 40 minutes. During these lessons, we used the website printable materials, watched the videos, explained the digital homework, and finally asked the follow-up questions from the previous assignment. Using technology helped the students engage with letters in a fun and meaningful way. Interactive videos motivated them, and and they were excited to start their own letter folders as part of the project. Comparing the letter recognition skills from last year to now shows clear improvement. This progress comes from combined efforts as the students have worked on the same topic in both English and technological and Spanish classes, which reinforces their learning. As a school, we're working together, and I can confidently say that students now feel more comfortable using, tracing, pronouncing, and recognizing letters. For the feedback, as I mentioned before, students participated in an informal conversation where I asked the previously described questions, and all students who completed their homework reported having no difficulty accessing into the website or finishing the task. They seemed happy, comfortable, and motivated to continue using the platform at home. The only exception was that one student whose mother did not allow her to use technology frequently for personal reasons. I respect this situation, so I will adjust my strategy by reducing the amount of homework or spacing it out more appropriately. Perhaps assigning only one lesson every 2 weeks. Let me show you a little recording that I did as evidence.
Yes. Listen to the short A sound. Short A makes this kind of sound. Guys, listen. What does it say here? Sack. Sack. Very good. Let's go for the next one. Zach is a rat. Can you read with me? Zach is a rat. Zach is a rat. Let's play it. Let's read. Primero leemos. Zach sat on a can. Zach sat on a can. Let's see what happens to Zach.
For the super simple songs printables, I shared to reinforce our lessons, and the students completed them without any problems. They actually seem excited to work with them, and many finished their task with a lot of motivation and confidence. The activities weren't too difficult, which helped them feel more comfortable and enjoy the progress. They also really liked the videos since they were short, fun, and very engaging, and the students stayed focused and connected easily with the content. Overall, both of the printables and the videos helped reinforce the topic in a way that they felt enjoyable and manageable for them. For the conclusion, of course, we will continue working on our literacy project, but to avoid any issues with parents, I will start balancing physical homework with digital activities. And there are several other digital platforms and websites I would like to try with my students, and I'm hopeful that they will enjoy them and continue to grow through these experiences. I'm really excited about that, and I thank you so much for listening, and goodbye.